Let's face it, it's lonely out there. And if you've been alone for a while and you have a vision of what you want your life to look like, I can appreciate if finding love is your top priority. It's mine too, and I only work with women who are 100% serious about it. But if you're so serious about finding Mr. Right that you're unintentionally sabotaging your efforts, then you should probably listen to this podcast. In it, I'm going to tell you the story of one of my favorite Love U clients who so deeply wants to get married and start a family that she can't help but to get in her own way. Stick around and I'll show you how to act with intention rather than desperation. I'm Marc, Katz, dating coach for smart, strong, successful women and your personal trainer for love. Welcome to the Love U podcast. Keep listening to learn if you're trying too hard to find love. When we're done, I'll let you know how you can apply to Love U to create a passionate relationship that makes you feel safe, heard, and understood. I just got off the phone with Claire. I asked for her permission to tell this story. Claire is a Love U client. I met her originally in her late 30s when she was desperately trying to meet a husband and start her own biological family. And in telling this story, I'm not trying to make me look good or make her look good. I'm doing this as a public service announcement for women, especially women who are feeling pressure to have their own biological kids in their late 30s and early 40s. Claire is, without a doubt, one of the sweetest and most beautiful women that I've ever worked with. She's got a huge heart, she's family-oriented, and she wears her desires directly on her sleeve. But because Claire is so single-minded about having a family, she has let a lot of things slide. Since we've known each other, about 7 years ago, Claire has fallen in love 3 or 4 times with men. And if there's any pattern to them, it's that she's more falling in love with the idea of the guy than the guy himself. You ever done that? Had a vision of what your relationship was supposed to look like, found a guy who fit that checklist and that vision, and then sort of retrofitted it to determine that, well, you guys must be meant to be? I did that. I'm not speaking from some sort of pedestal. I did that in 2004. She was Long Island born like me, Los Angeles transplant like me, Ivy League education almost like me, New York Times reading, karaoke singing, charity funding, family-oriented female version of me. And we dated for 3 months before she dumped me. So Claire keeps going for men who fit her fantasy. They are handsome, they are successful, they are romantic. She's very romantic, like she's a Disney princess. And most importantly, she wants a guy who's Jewish, who wants children. Problem is, none of these guys ever worked out. One was long distance, one was verbally abusive, one was a cheater, but all of them fit Claire's fantasy, which is why she ignored the red flags right in front of her for as long as she did. So now she's back in coaching at age 44. And so here's what Claire's story, what I've learned from her, and how it could apply to you. Number 1, Claire had a fantasy that her man would not have children because she doesn't have children. So she refused to date single dads. Now, given statistically that most men who want to have children already have children by age 44, Claire was essentially cutting off her ideal supply of men, single dads, during her prime dating years from 37 to 44. Please, as much as you dream of the fantasy of not getting the complication with the guy who already has an ex-wife and kids, don't let the perfect become the enemy of the good. Right? It's harder and harder to date as you get older and as the pressure increases. You don't want to eliminate guys who actually like being dads, if that's what you want. Number 2, Claire is in love with love, and she's in love with romance. So if a guy who meets her fantasy and stereotype waltzes in the door, she ceases all critical thinking. She's found her guy, she goes all in. And she's so desperate for a guy to be the guy she wants him to be, to have that boyfriend, to get married and have kids quickly, A guy would pretty much have to murder someone for Claire to let go of the idea that he's not the one. Right? That is some sort of confirmation bias where we eliminate contravailing evidence because we don't want to believe that this is true because it's inconvenient to us. And number three, because Claire has a great sense of urgency as a 44-year-old woman who wants to get married and have kids, she's constantly in a state of virtual panic. And again, it's not the word she would use to describe herself, but every email, every coaching call I could feel her tension about wanting to know if he's the one, when could she know, what could she ask him, when is it time? Whew. So while I want her to be sure she's making the right choice with men, she wants to just know yesterday. Get engaged, get married, get impregnated in a year. I tell her to slow down. She points out her age. And for me, I just don't want her to be a statistic. And I point out that if she listened to her plan on dating, right, if she did exactly what she said she should do right now, finding a guy who looks the part, harpooning him and getting married and pregnant, she would be divorced 4 times already if she married any of these guys from the past 7 years within a year, right? The idea that going fast is the answer isn't the answer. So today, I get an email from Claire, which is why I picked up the phone, and she wrote, she's found a new guy she likes. I'm really excited for her, genuinely excited for her. So she finds this new guy, and she writes me this email, and I'm quoting, "Evan, I really need your help as I don't have a lot of experience in guiding me to hopefully make this my husband." You hear those words? Make this my husband. I replied, again, you're not trying to make him your husband. You're trying to be the CEO and figure out over time, like 18 months maybe, whether he's worthy of being the man that you're going to be with for the rest of your life and the father of your children for the next 40 years. You're not here to keep him, to convince him, to persuade him with your feminine wiles that he should marry you. You're here to evaluate whether he's worthy of marriage. So the long story short is this. I understand if you want to meet a guy yesterday, get engaged today, and get pregnant tomorrow. But people who do that are far more likely to get divorced and end up as single parents instead of in healthy, lasting relationships. So I use this metaphor. If you're driving 90 miles an hour on the freeway, you're very likely to miss your exit. Go 65 miles an hour, you're going at a brisk pace along with the flow of traffic. Pay close attention to what's going on the road, and you're going to get to your destination safely and securely. Don't try to figure out if he's your husband on the first date. Don't give him a free pass because you're older and you're afraid of your own fertility. Stay the CEO and make sure when you hire your intern permanently that you're confident it'll last forever. That's what we do in Love You. My name is Marc Katz. Thank you for tuning in to the Love You podcast. For more episodes like this on YouTube, click on the subscribe button, ring the bell, and choose all to be notified whenever new content comes out. If you're listening on the audio podcast, please share an honest review on Apple. More reviews equals more awareness of the Love You podcast and more love in the world. And if you want to find love right now and are committed to making healthier choices with men so you can have that easy relationship I described that makes you feel safe, heard, and understood, look for the link below and apply to Love You now. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon.